Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
We got Black Sabbath today. We got Paranoid. We don't know much about Black Sabbath.
No.
We know the name. We know it from maybe a t-shirt or two.
You know that the rock band was popular if they made a t-shirt.
Yes. So that's as much as we know, unfortunately. We like I said, we heard the name, but I don't know of any tracks that I may have heard. If I do, it would have been, in passing. I wouldn't have remembered it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we've never heard Paranoid. This is from, I believe the album's called Paranoid, from the 1970s. And we were saying before we got on camera, one other thing that we did not know about Black Sabbath is that it's Ozzy Osbourne's band.
Yeah, I had no clue. I mean, I knew he was
in a band.
Yeah, like a musician, but I didn't know what.
Yeah, didn't pay attention to it. Unfortunately, this tells you how much we know about the 1970s and these epic rock groups and rock bands. One thing also that I've noticed, two things. 1970s apparently had a whole lot of epic rock bands, and most of them came from England.
Yeah, a lot of them did,
Right? And so we've been getting introduced to like Led Zeppelin, for example, and, didn't know much about them. Now we're going to take this journey into Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
So forgive us if we're new, but we are expanding our musical genres and broadening our horizons on this channel
It's fun to be able to experience some of these things for the first time, right? Like I always wish that I could go back and re-experience some of my favorite things for the first time, but there's nothing like experierncing something for the first time, right?
So lucky
we get
us.
to do it now.
We get to do all this epicness right now. And that's what we're doing. So if you want to go and check other stuff check other stuff out on our channel is what I was saying. Then we've got lots. We got lots of content there. Not just music. We got comedy and sports as well. So, anyways, this is a shorter song, so we probably shouldn't talk longer than the song. We may or have already done an intro longer than the song. But hey, we got to talk a little bit about Black Sabbath because we never have heard them before, right? So, you ready to see what this is all about? What Ozzy Osbourne did back in the day?
Yeah.
And see the young Ozzy Osbourne. I've only seen the old Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, like from the Osbournes.
Yeah. All right, let's get it.
Fast.
What were you expressing to me with your eyes there?
How fast her fingers were going.
And the guitar there.
Yeah.
It's I really like the guitar, the guitar sound. Same with the bass that they've got. It's obviously high energy. I don't know if it's supposed to be the paranoid aspect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Like, kind of like you're anxious, like your heart rate's kind of gone up a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really honestly sure. Like when we first got into his vocal, and I think it sounds good. Like his vocal sounds good, but the delivery on it, in terms of the rhythm, was kind of throwing me off a little bit.
Okay.
because I was really feeling like the way they laid out the guitar and you know the rhythm that they were giving off with that, and then his vocal came in and it was a little bit different, offset from the rhythm, and so that was throwing me off a bit. But then when we got later into the song, I did feel like it meshed better.
Yeah, I almost feel like he has some like intentional pauses in there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I wonder if that's also the paranoid part of it, because he's kind of playing off of the you know, in between
like
the anxious portion. But also, you know, Ozzy, even now that we know him, is kind of, you know, a little bit of an oddball. So maybe that's just his, you know, unique style that he brought. But it's very cool. It's got that, we were saying about the 70s feel. Yeah. I've got a little bit of that vibe now that if I heard something, I might be able to be like, I bet you that's from the 70s.
Yeah, I would agree. Also, you can definitely tell from the hair. Everyone's hair.
Yes, that's very true.
Apparently there was not a single male from the 70s that had short hair. So
yeah, it was a style back in the day. And it's crazy how young he looks, obviously, as well. Right? It's the first time seeing him. But,
at first I wasn't even sure, like, right away which one was him, because I was like, they're also young.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. But I do like it. It's very cool. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention was the guitar sounds themselves are very unique. Like, I haven't really heard that kind of guitar before. I don't know if it's the type of guitar they're using or if they're putting an effect on the guitar or what. Yeah. But it sounds pretty cool.
I haven't really picked up on that, but I'll listen to it.
Yeah, we'll run it back a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah, it wasn't seemingly like a over complex song. They kept it relatively simple in terms of the composition of it compared to some of the other songs like the Led Zeppelin Stairway to Heaven stuff or whatever.
Yeah. It was catchy though.
Yeah, no, I like it, and I don't know if this was designed as a single. I would assume so, as a Paranoid official video.
Yeah.
But it was a nice upbeat energy song, and I like that. Very rock feel, you know, like I said, classic rock. If I had to if I had to describe
that 70s rock kind of vibe.
This would be a good way to say, hey, you want to know what classic rock sounds like? Here's a sample of it, right? Obviously, it's very broad, but you know, I think it encapsulated that sound really, really well.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear like more of their stuff to kind of see how their sound within that time period compares to other big bands from that, because they obviously all have their own twist of their own sound that puts on like that overarching kind of theme, right?
Yeah, and I don't think this had a real specific topic that they were talking about in Paranoid.
Yeah.
Right? Like obviously it's just
Paranoid.
Yeah, so I think, you know, they may make a more in-depth composition about something that they wanted to tell a longer story about. Sure. Right? This is, I think, just the feeling of being paranoid, and that's the song what they put together really well, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I enjoyed it though. It was cool. I liked the song.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it was really cool, and a little bit shorter, but I feel like there was a lot in there, and it was, like you said, high energy, upbeat, got to get introduced to the vocal a little bit. It was cool. Yeah. All
right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed our reaction. If you did, hit that like button for us. Leave us a comment. Let us know where we should go with Black Sabbath, any details we should know about them, because this is how we learn. It's from those comments from you guys, and we always appreciate that. So leave us a comment, hit that like button, subscribe, come along for this journey, and come back soon.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.